Well, here we be again. Let's go there. Let's grab that. And now let's start some Gwentings, because it is that time again. It is Gwent time. Gwent to the store, bought some cards. Gwent in through the door. There's really not a lot else you can do with the word Gwent, is there? Apart from speak Welsh, I suppose. Oh, there's a different loady screen. It's also failing miserably. Ah, there we go, it's now showing. That's helpful. What we got to do then? 3 matches as Nilfgaard, 3 matches as monsters. That's not going to be too difficult because I plan on building a new monster deck. I suppose arguably at this point I need to build a new Nilfgaard deck. Day 7, oh super, lovely. Points, reward points, Seasons of the Draconid. Ooh, May season. Ah, Journey, welcome. Series Journey begins. Participate by playing matches and completing weekly quests. Gain legendary vanities and learn about cities' adventures. Ooh, yay! I will do things along those lines in a sort of fancy way. But that's completely not the plan I had. That's fine. I suppose plans are meant to be broken in a not at all sort of way. Right, I want to buy some kegs because what I'm hoping for. Monsters. Yes, we've got monsters there. Don't know really what the set kegs are, so I think what we'll do. What sort of thing? Oh, they are. Yeah, by premium they mean full-on premium. Oh, here's some. Here we go. Master Mirror. Interesting. That's got. Well, see, they're all being charged on that currency. Fair enough. I wasn't convinced that was the currency they used in this one. Means bolstering your Gwent card collection with additional playing cards from the Master Mirror expansion. Might not be terrible, but at the moment I kind of want to stick with monsters, so I plan on purchasing 5. Let's throw the boat out and splash down into lots of money. Oh my Gwent! So apparently it's not just me trying to use the word Gwent in every sentence. Right, monster kegs. Now you can enjoy your goodies. I plan to. What have you got for me? An output vampire. That's very helpful because that's what I kind of want. I want to build a vampire deck. Or a vampire desk. It's just made of a load of wooden stakes. Wild hunt there. Could be useful. Entrega lava. Useful for an insectoid deck, which I kind of have a plan of. Ooh, this unit. Summon this unit from the graveyard to the same row. Boost it by 4 and give it doomed. Now I must admit, there's part of me. I've got foglets already, so I wonder if an ancient foglet could possibly. I mean, with that ability, that's more Deathwish deck / just general not bad. So, spawn frost for 2 turns on enemy row. At the end of your turn, if there is frost on the row, boost itself by 1. Oh, that's quite nice. I think I'll take the foglet for now. Open the next keg, that's what we want to do. NL Conqueror. I think we. Oh, yes, we've already got 3 of them, in fact. Fiend Beast. A Noon Wraith. 2 rats. So that could be useful again with the old Death Wish style. Cockatrice as opposed to Cockapoo. Oh, Bruck's a vampire. We've already got one of them, and a Neckarat is also a vampire. So I'm thinking I'll take the Neckarat because, as I say, I'm very much focusing on getting myself a range of vampires that will hopefully be rather nice to use. Warrior. Oh, natural selection. Damage an enemy unit by 4, then spawn a drone in a random allied row for each point of excess damage dealt. Oh, I suppose that'd be quite good if I'm reading and understanding correctly. Yeah, what you'd want to do is find a rank 1 Death Wish. Then that would allow you to, or a health one, I suppose, whatever you want to call it, points worth 1. And then you'd spawn 3 random allies in the row for that, and then finally you also get to get the Death Wish effect. So that's quite good, and I just get that automatically, so I don't have to choose it. That's helpful. So no vampires, which is a shame, but no, it's interesting. That just straight up consume an allied unit. Interesting. Can you do that? I mean, it says if target, but I'm assuming just a sentence there means you'd have to consume from the field. I quite like the name Barbagatze. Is that the best reasoning behind choosing it? Yeah, a little bit. But then again, you've got insectoids here. Both of them insectoids, but I'll copy of this unit and summon it to this row. +5. Oh, so that's sort of the insectoid necker, isn't it? I must admit, I think I might go with the insectoid necker. Oh, you've got plenty of cracking and smashing, mate, so don't get too into it at this point. Ooh, Fleder Vampire. And I've got all the others, so I might as well just grab more vampires. Oh, another natural selection. Not necessarily great to have, but there you go. Oh, so I've already got 2 Fleders, so I might as well grab a Necrorat. The Wild Hunt Hound's always quite nice, although I've already got 2 of them, so not that much point in having another one, but never mind. The Proto-Fleder. I mean, that is the vampire of the group, so I'll probably go for it. Damage an enemy unit by 3. Drain an enemy unit by 3 instead, yes. So vampires look like they need dominance as well, so I will probably mix a couple of my high value cards that I usually use as dominance creatures. Oh, there you go. I got the Barbagatze anyway. Almost lucky I didn't bother with it. Oh, I do not own a Harpy Egg, or at least I don't own the animated one. Whereas I own the other 2, so I might as well go with that. Dink, 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 dink. Nothing particularly interesting in the sub-cards. So probably, I own 1 of each of everything, so might as well go with the Bruxer. We got nothing particularly spectacular there. No vampires, so slightly difficult choice. Might as well say no to the Fiend, because I've already got 2 of them. I am looking slightly towards this notion of doing a full Wild Hunt deck. Trying to sort of combine all of them. Whether that's useful or not, I do not know, but it's worthwhile trying and thinking about it. To the other row, if the target moves to a row affected by frost, damage it by 2. Yeah, fuck it, go on, we'll have him. How many kegs do we have left? I think this might be the last one. It depends on precisely how that actually is meant to be reading. Spectres, Wild Hunts, Red Riders. Ooh, yes, we'll grab the Red Rider on this occasion. That was the last gig. So that is all my gigs. So let's go build. As many vampires in a deck as is humanly possible to build. Right, deck builder. I don't know. I mean, all copies which see deck limit premium as well as standard versions will be mulled separately. No, we'll go for the premium focused. I think that'll do nicely. Awesome. More stuff. Lovely. Right. New deck. We want monsters. Now, there was... I was going to say, here we go. There's the vampire ability. Or is that the one? Oh no, that is the one, isn't it? Akimara Vampire Token Doomed. Yes, there we go. So that should work in my favour. Well, clearly that's sort of vampiric as well, isn't it? Oh, that's an interesting one. Now, I like the idea of having the bleed, so let's do that. Right. These are cards I own, that's handy. So I think I literally only have tactical advantage as a sort of... as a choice there. So let's just, for now, I'm just going to throw in every vampire I can find. And see roughly where I get to. I will then probably check out each of the vampires to make sure they are actually reasonably decent to include. But for now, I'm just going to, I suppose, card type. Would that do what I'm after? No. I'm looking for like maybe a... I suppose arguably I could cut it down to monsters, but again, if I can include some others, I might decide to... Oh, I suppose... There we go. Ownership, though. I would like to... fair dues. I can't seem to actually cut it down to ones I own. Which is interesting. Yeah. I suppose it's taken over in some fashion. Anyway, we can scroll through, I suppose. There's a flooder. There's a flooder. There's an Alp. There's another Alp. 2 Neckarats. Oh, I see. I don't have any. No, no, fair dues. I don't have the animated version. That's why. Oh, again, I don't have any fucking. Craft it. Do I have enough of those? Yeah, I think I do actually. By Jove, I think I do have enough. Yes, craft it. Yes. Woo! And I have the animated version of that. I suppose in that case, because these are not overly expensive, let us get myself. Let's ditch that Neckarat and put that animated Neckarat in. And then we'll put one of them in, and then we'll build a second one of these. That's it. Is that? Yes, that is truly a plumard. That's possibly one of the best names ever. Have you got hard plums? No, it's just the way I walk. I suppose in this case, if it's not going to be... Oh, okay, that one's expensive. I suppose it does depend on the values of the cards. Yeah, they're expensive. 800s and 800s. Some of these other... That's not going to be a lesser one, is it? Blimey. Oh, look at the state of that thing. I wonder what's the normal one? Craft. Oh, I see. Just I don't need the little dust. I must admit, I could just get the normal versions of some of these. What the fuck is Blood Moon? Ooh, I like you, sir. I'm going to have you. Put you in there. Oh, I know. I pushed the wrong button again. Right, well, I think that's pretty much done. Rename, there we go, yes. I don't have any real significant inspiration for a name. Oh yes, of course, I picked up some rewards. Oh, might as well use all those keys in our little... I didn't know there was going to be a fucking Drake here. I suppose this is the season tree, yes. Oh. I feel like if he's sticking around forever, fuck him. Especially those card backs. Oh, I want those. I doubt I can get those, because this is going to take a while and many keys, but fuck, I want them. So yes, we'll just spend a key there, spend a key there. Then this one... Ah. Interesting, so... Yes. Okay, we have to do this Championship Cup first. So play 5 matches in a game mode, that shouldn't be too troublesome. And yeah, I'll save those keys, because frankly, I really want the card backs. So let's just play standard. Standard with my new Vamps on Patrol deck. Well, I've no idea what's good and what's bad in this deck, so fuck it. I'll keep them. Just really getting to play 5 games at this point. I've no idea how to really use these cards at any decent fashion. We'll learn as we go. Okay, so we want to give some bleed out first. Oh, it's in fact my turn. So I kind of want something that doesn't require any kind of bleed. Yeah, all of them give out bleed. Although this one's an order at least, so okay, I think that's perhaps one of the better ones to start with. Yes, end my turn. Right, this one. So, give an enemy unit bleeding for 2 turns. Whenever you play... Okay, so what I probably want to do is do that first. I'll give you bleeding. That's it. Now when I play a vampire... Destroy an allied unit. Okay, that's an interesting one that I don't necessarily want. Damaging unit on 1... Ooh, death blow I've not seen. Yeah, if it destroys a unit, okay. So that's not necessarily great at the moment. Let's leave that. Oh, I'm running out of time. Shite. I do have dominance. Tell you what, let's go for that one, and then that one, and then we're just inside the turn time limit. I suppose this is where you need to research and understand your cards before playing the match. But there you go. So I should be killing those 2, which is quite convenient. And then hopefully we can get something... Especially this one, yes. Because I need him to play a high-ranking card that ends up... Oh, there's an actual selection. Oh, there we go. That's another... Oh, wait, hang on. Whoa. I see. I clearly misread that one. Oh, well, never mind. survive, I suppose. Bite down into that one, provide some more bleed. So a lot of these need him to play vastly higher stuff, because otherwise there's like there's not a lot I can do here without him actually playing stuff. So I wonder if that would count or not. Let's find out. Because it's either going to... Oh, there you go. It did just... Yeah, it just did the +1. I wasn't sure if the damage into the plus was going to count over the damage limit of the card it was attacking, so... Okay, this is an awfully large volume. I suppose you do seem to have flipping Arrakis Swarm stuff. Oh, gold. Oh, very good. Very good on the Glusty Warp there. Well, that is inconvenient for me, but I do possibly have a solution to keep just chipping it down, because... Oh, fuck, what the hell is bonded? If you control a copy of this card... Oh, I see. So I'm going to want my second Plumard before I start fiddling... Oh, I see. Okay, spawn... Alright. I misread this one as well. Well, okay, so that's not the worst. There we go, cool. The Blood Moon is here. Oh, not half the Blood Moon is here. That is incredible. I've never seen that card before, but the graphics there, the way it sort of goes in there, that's beautiful. Oh, you just destroyed one of my creatures. Well, that sucks. In fact, you've just destroyed one of my most potent and powerful and awesome creatures. Let's have a look. So I could get you bleeding a little bit more, I suppose. Even more bleed there. Some double fledders, but I must admit I'm just birding through cards without any real tactics at the moment. I think Glusty Warp is going to be an issue that I can't solve immediately. Oh, awesome. Well, there goes. Yeah. No, okay. I'm thinking stop. Yeah, I'm thinking stop, because otherwise I'm going to burn through too many cards. That Glusty Warp is not dying anytime soon, which is terribly inconvenient. To a certain extent, it would be very useful to get me Plumard, as it were. Ooh, that's quite good. I'll get rid of the Plague Maiden. You're not a vampire. Get rid of one of them. Hope for the Plumard. No, unfortunately, no Plumards here. Okay, so as we said, this is very much like... I mean, in fact, it's actually intriguing, because I'm assuming they're more expensive than the standard NECA, because they've got a shield as well, which is fascinating. But my my bleed people... Ah, yes, it is the Battle of the Rectangles. Now, I think bleed is going to... Yeah, bleed is going to very much bypass the shields, which is quite interesting. And good day to you, Mr. Onibushu. Welcome to Gwent, where we are currently trying our brand new vampire deck, which was built at absolute fucking random, just based on the keyword vampire. So I just sort of plopped a load of fucking vampires into the deck and hoped for the best. And that's what I am still doing. Okay, so the Garcane could work quite nicely. Ooh. Oh, Thrive, of course. Of course, Thrive. So I could start using my ability to start getting more bleeds, but no. It's just if there is a bleeding enemy. So this one will work for now. And then I will have to focus on getting another bleed in there somewhere on the line. Consume an ally. Well, I'm assuming you're going to want to consume that one. Although he hasn't got Zeal, so... Oh, but you do get your thrive, which means you do save that monster. Bravo. Right. What do we want to do? Okay, spawn an Ekimara and summon it to this row. That's not the worst. Bleeding for 4 turns. Okay, yes, please. We will give you bleeding for 4 turns. Gets that thriving. Very nice. And then hopefully we'll be able to utilise Gael, maybe. Wait and see on that one. Ah, Peanut D. In the old YouTubings. What's quite interesting, I did not know this, but the chat function actually does display it on the stream. Still, I thought that was exclusively just displaying Twitch. So, howdy to you, sir. Howdy to you. We're playing Gwent, and I'm trying to figure out how best to use this vampire deck. And fun fact, I made it randomly in a shoddy fashion, and as such, I don't know fully what they do. Right, what? Okay, that thing is now really, really powerful, but Garcane should be getting up and going there. Purify and damage an enemy unit by 3. I suppose. Yep. I mean, it's bleeding now. It's bleeding. Don't necessarily think that was useful. I suppose it purified the shield. Interesting. Did not know that was a thing. But yeah, you live and you learn. You live and you learn. And that's basically what this round of combat is going to be. It's also going to be a fucking embarrassment because flipping Nora, I am losing, and I'm losing hardcore here. Right, let's see. So if it's bleeding, deal 3 damage instead. So what I could do... Yeah, it's only if I actually... So I suppose I could... What's the base... The base power of those is only 1 though, isn't it? I think so. Yes, which is an issue. I suppose, yes, I know, game. I know. I'm taking time to read and work out strategies when I should be playing cards. I know. I understand. But unfortunately, I basically I'm going to have to use every single card because I'm 1 step behind in this match anyway. But yeah, this is another reason why I quite like the idea of building an insectoid deck. It's just I focused on vampires first, and clearly that was a mistake because, oh boy, ass and kicked is without doubt what I think is happening here. Right, okay, so that one's no longer that useful, so if we just... We'll plonk him down and consume the Alp, and it won't make too much difference to me. We'll give you some bleed. Try and knock you down a bit. Fucking... I'll tell you what. We'll give you some bleed. And then we'll end the turn there. You've never played this Gwent? Well, it's interesting. It's a fascinating one. Have you played the original Witcher 3 Gwent? Or literally never played Gwent at all? I feel like the word "this" suggested you've played the original Gwent in Witcher. Jesus, fucking 40 points. I mean, there's literally nothing I can do here, but I suppose we'll carry on and see what else we can do here. But still, the OG Gwent, yes. Yeah, it's had a lot of sort of evolution over the time frame of it being out. Let's do that. I mean, he's literally... I mean, granted, I've only been playing this version 3 weeks and off and on over the last year or so, however long it's there, but... Oh, wow. The only one I've ever platinumed, I think, is... Oh, I've got an achievement, though. The only game I platinumed was recently. I did Ghost of Tsushima. I deal a total of 30 damage to units. Oh, delightful. Right, unfortunately, I can't actually really consume anything of any real use to me. Because it would be really good. Yeah. This guy feels like he takes a lot of planning. Way more planning than I have available to me. So I think the only one that's useful there is it'll give me... Holy shit, I fucking won. Holy shit, I've actually won. Oh, wow. It's been like a month. What, as in when Ghost of Tsushima came out? I think so. If that's the question, yes. But I mean, I basically played it every day. And it's very easy in terms of the Platinum Challenge. It's an incredibly easy game to do. Plumard's not going to be as useful. That I don't think is going to be hugely useful. Oh, cow strategy. Unfortunately, I don't have shielded cow strategy available to me. Give bleeding to an enemy. No, that's not going to be great. Hugely useful. But I suppose at this point, I might as well risk the cow. The cow has been deployed. Damage a random enemy. You son of a bitch. No, I haven't Platinum Bloodborne. Are you insane? I suppose. Sorry, that was aimed at someone who knows the way I play games. You obviously do not know the way I play games. No, I have not Platinum Bloodborne. Bloodborne is something I do not play because I am shit at it. Right, hang on. Yes, so okay, I can do that. I can then bleed you, which will kill you. If I win this would be an absolute travesty, I think, really, but we'll see what happens. I don't think I've got... Oh, there we go, okay. I was going to say, I don't think I've got enough points in my cards. The fact that he's just played Barbagazzi very much tells me it is the case. I don't need a Purifier unit, so I think what we'll do is we'll use the Queen of the Night to try and deal with Barbagazzi a little bit more. In fact, we're going to put loads of bleed on Barbagazzi because it's my last turn, so it's basically whatever your next turn is, I suppose. Oh, Geralt of Rivia is going to do nothing for you, sir. Got that. No, whoop, it's going up, down, all over the place. No, it was a loss after all. Darn. No, I think literally the only PlayStation 4 game I have actually platinumed is Ghost of Tsushima. I used to the only game I really used to platinum, I think, or 100%, this was before platinum trophies, etc. I used to do that with the old SmackDown games, the old wrestling games. But then they decided to add a little bonus extra thing where you couldn't complete the game on the PlayStation 2, I think it was, without having the PlayStation Portable version of that game, so you'd have to buy the game twice. And it was like, no, fuck off. Fuck off. I mean, I felt Tsushima was quite an immense game, I thought. You know, seemed to while away several many hours, I think. I don't know how many hours I did get up to, but it was a fair few, especially because although this wasn't part of the sort of getting all the trophies on there, I did make the effort to pop round and grab all of the artifacts and all of the what were they? Artifacts and records. What is this? Oh, this is my new quests. Yes, the Season of the Draconid, play 5 matches, that's not a problem. Win as monsters might be an issue with this new deck. It's I don't know it that well. That's the key thing. It might not be terrible as a deck, but it isn't great as a sort of me knowing how it works. Well, arguably, PlayStation 4 now. Memory maybe, yeah. They may have introduced it at the PlayStation 4. Yeah. I can't remember precisely when they introduced the sort of pay for online thing, but that's, yeah. I mean, it's a pain in the arse. It shouldn't really have been a thing, but, I don't know. The unfortunate truth is, what you needed in that scenario was you needed the Xbox players to go, how dare you? How very dare you? You bastards, you're extorting me out of online mode. But unfortunately, the Xbox players just went, no, I'll pay for online, that's fine, I don't mind. And therefore Sony, I think, just went, I'll tell you what, fucking Microsoft are getting away with it, aren't they? You see that? Microsoft have completely gotten away with that one. Tell you what, let's do that for PlayStation 4. So I think that's kind of what happened. And now even even the bastion of hope, the family bastion of hope that is the glorious Nintendo, have decided, no, nobody seems to care, do they? Fuck it, we'll do it as well. Right, so Garcane, yes, would probably be quite good. Yes, okay, let's start with Garcane. And then to get the most out of Garcane, fuck it, put the bleed on now. That way Garcane will get an upgrade immediately. So he's well on his way to being awesome. Yes, unfortunately Nintendo did follow suit, and now on the Switch, I can't remember exactly what it's called, but I at least with the PlayStation 1 you do get PlayStation Plus, which nets you a few free games each month, which is, I mean, I can't deny I've used that to great effect. Fall Guys being the most recent one, but the Call of Duty one they gave away a little while back was very much, oh fuck yeah, I'll play that, and I enjoyed every moment of that one. Give a unit bleeding for 2 turns. Yes, if we get that one out, it might be able to thrive for a little bit. Plus, if we do get him down to 3, oh no, because then he won't be bleeding anymore. Ooh, Gael is a tricky little shit, isn't he? A tricky little shit. He's proving troublesome, because in order to get the death blow, it's the fact that it's got like 3 parts of his ability. It's proving very sort of awkward. Worse but more expensive. Well, I think that's general the world, isn't it? Really, that's not. Worth does not always, equate to the price you price you pay. I've read the word drain on the card. Regis, the Higher Vampire. Drain an enemy by the amount boost it has. Oh, how much boost do you... Oh, you have a lot of boost. Oh, that's an order, so it's going to have to wait. But, oh, plus it does need to be melee, that's fine. Yeah, I mean, I fully agree with that. I fully agree. I mean, I'm, the PlayStation Plus is a pleasant bonus on top of the... I shouldn't be charged in the first place, but, as I say, technically speaking, I can't necessarily knock it, because it's given me some games I wouldn't necessarily have played otherwise. Like, as I say, Call of Duty World War II. That one, I don't ever bother buying that myself, and yet I enjoyed every minute of playing it. Right, so let's try and figure out what we want to do here. Okay, so I kind of need you bleeding, but I also kind of need you... I tell you, right, what we'll do... Is that an order? No, that's deploy. Right. So if I put bleed on you, next turn... Oh, you've locked my... Oh, you son of a bitch. Okay, that's a problem, but we'll live with it, I suppose. Ours was Thunder. We could try and knock a couple of bits off. He's not up to 9 yet. I don't know. I need to use a card, but I don't know which card to do. Okay, let's deploy you and bleed you so that hopefully you die. That's about as good a subject as I can do. Pay to maintain servers and better online. No, I don't believe that for a start, because the only thing I've got there is, well, you did it for PlayStation 3. You managed a perfectly fine multiplayer server and better online experience. That's entirely what you did on the PlayStation 3 for free. So that's garbage, Sony. Off you fuck, Sony. Off you fuck. They did it because they could get away with it, and they did. They got away with it, and there's nothing else, It's an inconvenience to players of the... Jeez, I am losing hard. I tell you what, the vampires are interesting with the bleed thing, but flipping Nora, they do not seem to get much in the way of points. Right, I want to deploy you on the melee so I can chomp you down and eat you. There we go. I've gotten a few extra points from that, which is nice. Although if he's got a Geralt, I will be losing all 11 of Gael's points, which is disappointing. In fact, Oh, by the unit's base... Oh, I see. Okay, right. Yeah, that's... Oh, I don't know if I like that guy. Oh, he does have a Geralt of Rivia. Of course he has a Geralt of Rivia. Doesn't everybody have a Geralt of sodding Rivia? I mean, in fairness, he is probably one of the best cards in the game, but that's not the point. That's interesting. I haven't watched the video, so I can't 100% comment. But recently I did see What Culture. They had a little discussion about exclusivity. So, I don't know. It's an intriguing topic, because I think... I don't know. There's a part of me that thinks if you didn't bother with exclusivity, you'd just sell more games. But then again, if they're games made by Sony for Sony's PlayStation, but still. Technically I said What Culture, as in W-H-A-T Culture, the YouTube channel. They do top 10 lists, etc. Okay, well, we're starting that one again. Oh, no wonder you start with that one. Boost an enemy by 2, blimey. Don't really want that, do you? Alright, do we have something? Yeah, we have something frithing, but that's not going to help with that one. I think you might be the best choice, and then we'll get some bleed going. I think I've focused a little too heavily on the bleed here, because it's nice being able to bleed them all dry, but it's slow and methodical, and that's not the way I play games. I play games with a lack of patience and a irritation always constantly in my heart. But yeah. Oh, another lockdown. Blast. That's ruined everything again. Arseholes. Fuck's sake. Oh dear. Wow. I don't know. I'm not sure. I'm not sure, because none of the systems are that drastically terrible, or at least not in my opinion, but there you go. I play them too much to truly say, you know, oh, this system's terrible, etc. Cool, yeah, that'll do nicely. A little bit more bleed effect. But the issue with the bleed effect is sometimes you have to push too far with the card. So you don't necessarily always want to be spending cards, but in order to get the most out of the bleed, you have to wait the turns required for the bleed, and that's slightly problematic. So I suppose, maybe, as I say, maybe I've gone too heavy on the bleed. I've got so many things that are designed for bleeding them out, and not enough things that are designed for sort of capitalising on the bleed, perhaps. Spawn and Akimara, yeah, I mean, I'm probably going to have to go in there somewhere. So. What have you got for me, sir? I'm wondering if he's considering giving me the win to retain his cards for next rounds. Nope, clearly not. Oh, then again, well, that sort of disloyal was not going to do. Oh Christ, maybe play a unit with deploy. Oh, I see, yeah. Right. Oh, whoa, hey, whoa, hey, hey, whoa, whoa, hey. How the fuck did that guy come out? Interesting. No, definitely unclear as to how he got that one suddenly pop in. Oh well, we'll see. Right, that's a thriver, so I should have played that earlier. Bugger. Destroy an allied unit and gain vitality for 4 turns. Oh, I suppose I'll tell you what we'll do. We'll destroy your little emissary so that my vampires can thrive. That's where I should have a few more Death Wish units in this deck, perhaps. Whoa! There. I believe that was a lacerate. Yes, it was. That's annoying. to say the least. What we got? Bleeding for 4 turns. Geralt of Rivia is not going to be that useful. I suppose at this point I could just trash that. Again, I'm really struggling to get that number as high as it needs to be. I might end up just going back to my old deck and then working on the vampire deck at a later point in time. Because, as I say, in my other deck, that number seems to go up a lot easier. And so it's like, why is that number not rising as much as I would like it to be rising? Ay, Christ, yeah, he's gone right up again, hasn't he? Good lord. Do an enemy unit. See, this is the problem. I don't have 4 turns to get the most out of this bleed. Because ultimately he's either going to pass or he's going to quit. And then I'm going to have to use another turn in order to get those numbers in my favour. Nope, he's not going to pass. Okay. Although that is a bit of a waste, because I think he can only... Oh no, I think he can... Yeah, he can use it both times. So I'm going to have to... Yeah, I'm going to have to spend all my cards so that my bleed effects take effect. Oh, what the fuck was this? Give an enemy unit bleeding for 2 turns. Well, best spread the bleed, because I don't have 2 turns left. Again, I'm going to have to use as much bleed as possible to drop him down. There we go. I have now 1, so at least I get to keep Geralt. I say I have 1. I'm assuming, good, the numbers did not shift in an unusual and unpleasant fashion. Okay, definitely some of those are definitely not bad. Give enemy unit bleeding with a duration equal to the number of allied vampires. Okay, so arguably I'm not going to want that then. At the end of every allied turn, boosts up by 1 if there's a bleeding. That's a very high number though. So I suppose I'll be able to get at least 1 out of it with that vampire. So yeah, we'll have a crack with these 4 cards and hope for the best. Lack of unpleasantness. Numbers are hard, fish head. I'm assuming the fish head did bounce around the bottom of the screen. I'm assuming nothing broke there. Oh, it's my turn. Let's just go immediate. Hey, this is my best card in my hand. Not that he knows that. Unless he's watching. In which case it might be a her. Feel free to correct me. I doubt they're watching. That's not the way this works for me. Right, okay, what else? Melee, every allied turn on... Oh, you little shit. Right, every allied turn on turn end boosts itself by the number of bleeding enemy units. Do you know what? I've just realised, yeah, I can't actually make use of any of these. So, okay, let's think about this. Best... Wait, oh no, okay. Give an enemy unit... Right, okay, so, yes. If we throw down Garcane now, and then we throw down Oriana in the ranged slot, I should be able to put down either a 1 or a 2. I'm not entirely sure if Oriana's ability is going to include Oriana herself. That Alba Pikeman is going to be a problem, isn't it? Right, so theoretically you do that, then I get to bleed someone. I prefer to bleed you. Okay, so it is just the allied vampires, which means that bleed is not going to last very long, which means it's not going to be hugely effective. It's all going to come down to what your last card is. I mean, if it's something... Oh, okay, that's... fuck. Okay, well, fine. Think I still just about win with Geralt. Yes, I do. Just barely. That was a hard-fought one, which I suppose arguably is perhaps the best in some arguments, but I'm happy with an easy. I'm happy with an easy win. I'm not a proud man. Stay a while and listen. Play 10 neutral cards. I didn't know I had any neutral... Oh, I suppose Geralt. Geralt's a neutral card, I believe. Claim rewards from a contract levelling up. My rewards are... Keys. Reach level 10. Spectacular news. Now, do I want to carry on with my vamps? Tell you what I might do. I might just have a look and see... Oh, no, I want to edit the deck. That's it. I might... So... I feel like... Oh, lovely. Marvellous. Thank you. Awesome. Good. Right, so that's not a vampire. But it is quite powerful. But I think for now what I might do is get rid of that. And maybe... that's more if I've got way more witches in the deck, I think. So let's see. The Crimson Curse. The Crimson Curse was awesome. I love that card. Drain an enemy by the amount of boost it has. That one, yeah. That one I tried. I suppose, yeah, it got locked down. So I feel like that could be very beneficial. That could be very good. Geralt of Rivia's kind of guaranteed. The Katagan, yes, that's quite good. Oriana, I think, could be very, very good, but you'd need more vampires in the first place. Damage enemy dominance, yes, that's good. Melee, give bleeding to an enemy. Deploy ranged, purify a unit. Yes, again, that's a good one. Gael, I'm not sure about. I mean, I suppose he is... I think it just needs a better finesse with Gael, so Gael can stay. I got a distinct feeling what I'm going to end up doing is just straight putting the fucking Plague Maiden straight back in, but never mind. The prize-winning cow, I think the cow strategy can work. It's a lot more difficult to get it to work in this scenario, but I think it could still work in a way that could get... So I'm thinking, no, I'm thinking maybe no cow. No cow for you. Although, no, that wouldn't work. No, that's fine. That's not going to work. Gael, Alzor's Thunder, and Swallow are just good sort of decent basics in there. Now, destroy an allied unit and gain vitality for 4 turns. Right. What I think would be beneficial there is maybe finding some kind of Death Wish one. Now, the Plummards... Plummards are an awkward one to truly justify, but we'll see. Garcane is fantastic. Bruxa, I don't think I've ever actually fucking tried it. Oh no, I have. But she starts a bit too high for Thrive to really work as well as it usually would. So, right, let's try and find Death Wish cards. I think if I just... Yes, if I just search that, we will be able to find some Death Wish cards. Ooh. I told you I was probably going to just put the Plague Maiden back in. Because the Plague Maiden, of course, is a fucking Death Wish card. Yes. So that could work quite well. The Katagan, of course, is a Death Wish card as well. I should try and note that in my brain as well. That one... Yeah, no, that's a terrible Death Wish. Damage a random enemy unit by 4. That's not the worst. Boost the highest allied unit by 4. That's a double-edged sword, because if you boost it by 4 and it's the highest already, you may very well be opening yourself up for a Geralt. That spawns in the enemy row, which I don't think I want. Trigger a bronze allied unit's Death Wish ability. No, that's not that useful. Boost all Death Wish, no. Oh, here we go. There's some stuff. Spawn 2 rats in this row. And then spawn 2 more rats in that row. Interesting. I'm wondering... Although the Siren's Death Wish could work nicely as well. Something in the graveyard. Boost it by 4. Give it doomed. We're doomed. Oh, I suppose I don't own that card. I was going to say, why can't I put that in the deck? But it's because I don't own the fucker. Death Wish. Summon all copies of this unit from your deck to this row. I must admit, once upon a time, I think that was quite useful, because I think the deck limit was 3, but now it's 2? That's not quite so great. But I'm wondering if it'd be worthwhile. Yeah, in a random enemy row. Yeah, in this row, yeah. Do you know, I'm just going to try... I'm going to try 2 of them and put in the Plague Maiden back in after all. That's kind of... Rather than Vampire Bats, and yes, this warrants a rename, it's Vampire Rats. Because, you know... Oh, I'm not allowed an exclamation mark. How dare you? How dare you take away my exclamation marks? Now, the one thing I live for in this world, the overuse... Oh, fuck, hang on. Because it... Yes, I didn't actually get the change after all. I thought what I'd seen was it just automatically removed the bloody exclamation mark, but it did not. It completely defaulted originally. So vampire rats, there we go. Because that's the joke. It's funny. It's hilarious. That's what we do here. Hilarious, funny jokes. Funny joke, man. Searching for a worthy rival.
Words.
Lozenge for you. I know only you've heard that joke before. It's my standard joke when he does that line. But you never know. Mr. Peanut B, he might have enjoyed that joke. Probably not. It's a shit joke. Okay, so we only have one plumard. I kind of want to try and draw a second plumard or get rid of the first plumard. So is there anything else? Okay, so I don't have any of my... Oh no, I do have one of my Death Wishers. So I'll tell you what. Since I've got a Death Wisher... Fuck it, get rid of the plumard. That'll do. Yes? Yes. Not got much in the way that could thrive off of that, but then again... Yeah, might be able to... we'll keep them. We'll keep them and see. Now, the key issue is what the fuck card do you want to play first? I don't know. Possibly the Night Wraith. Although then again, the Brucks are, because of the thrive, probably one of the best ones to start with. But then again, I'm fairly confident thrive will not trigger off of the Night Wraith because it's 3 on 3, whereas it will trigger off of the Katakan, the Regis, the Fleder, and Oriana. But Oriana, I want to wait until... Oh, fuck, it's my turn. There we go. That's what we want. I knew what I wanted to play, I just assumed it was his turn for some reason. That's the way, we play games, shoddily, making it look as difficult as possible. Right, what do we want to play next, I suppose? I suppose, yeah, the only unfortunate playing that first was a waste of its move, but never mind, I suppose, never mind. That's where I should have done that one first. Oh, well, fuck it. Okay, so... Yes. What I think I'll do for now... Do I have to... Okay, they're deploying... They're spawning in the row I spawn her, so we'll put you in there. And you can just do it from any row, it would seem. So we might put him in the back row so that the rats sort of fill up the front row. Benefit or not, I don't know, but that's the general plan. More pikemen, okay. The pikeman was the really arseholey one. I suppose technically I want to death wish that anyway, but it just means... Oh, in fact, no, it doesn't make any difference to him. So the fact that that was damaged is absolutely inconsequential. Fantastic. Yes. That's what we like to see. Inconsequential stuff you can't do anything about. Ooh. Ooh, the Fleder. The Fleder is beginning to think that's quite a good card. I think I've underestimated that card. Especially, I suppose, yeah, if I had 2 Fleders, I could have potentially got a really good double Fleder with the rat summoning girl. Because I'd have had a spare rat I could have used to boost my second Fleder. So that's an interesting idea. Obviously, it always depends heavily on whether or not you can actually draw the cards. And fun fact, I think, theoretically, probably only Oni, or if Mr. Peanut B wants to pop over to the Twitch side of things, you can. There should be the overlay. You should be able to investigate. It didn't seem to be working fully for people last week. I think you just have to... There's a little icon in the very corner of the stream, so past where I was actually pointing. Right, so I've only got 2 vampires at the moment, which would only mean getting 2 rounds of that. The thrive on him is very troublesome, but still. Right, let's do an Alp, and we'll try and just wipe you out of existence, except it's going to take a while. So I'm kind of in the lead at the moment. But yes, theoretically, along the right-hand side of the stream, there should be a little icon that pops up if you hover over the screen. You can then potentially say, do you want the overlay? And you say yes. And then what you can do, and I don't know if it works properly because I still haven't managed to actually get anybody to see if it does, but you should be able to then take your little cursor, hover it over the screen, and you'll get the information of my cards and his graveyard. And theoretically there should be a little eyeball next to my deck, his deck, and you can investigate the decks as well. That's quite interesting. Alright, so I think what we'll do at this point, we'll use the tactical advantage on something. I don't know specifically what. You have boosted, and that's interesting. Who did you boost by 2? I think you boosted the Fleder by 2, which makes me suspicious of a Geralt.
Mashed potatoes.
Well, that's disappointing. Alright. Rat. You have been upgraded to Super Rat. Super Rat time, Super Rat time, Super Rat times, Super Rat times. Drain an enemy by the amount it has boosted. What is your boost? Yours is only 2. Purify and damage an enemy by 3. Yes. If you control a vampire, also give it bleeding for 3 turns. So if I do that, that'll give me technically a kill shot on it, but I don't know if it will work. Ah, good day to you, Mr. Talaminus. Or Mr. Zosnimalat, if you were weird and said it backwards. Turns out I was weird and said it backwards. I think he might give me the game here. Or not, the round, sorry, not the game. I doubt he's going to give me the game, just willy-nilly, but I don't know. I get the sense he may not want to push too many more cards this way. Although it's a very close score, so he might want to just try a couple more to go, oh, I think I might. But he is hesitating, which... Oh, no, there we go. Treason. Ah, bastard. But treason didn't seem to do as much as it should have. Then damage adjacent enemy units by its power. It didn't seem to damage the Fleder. Or at least not that I noticed. I don't... Weird. I don't fully understand that, but unfortunately the tables have turned in his favour, which is an issue. There's no longer a boost there, so I may end up having to... don't know if I really want to use the cat again. I suppose arguably the Blood Moon... I don't know if I really want to use the Blood Moon here either. Oh, fuck it, the Blood Moon will be quite useful, and I get the points for the Ekimaras. So come forth, my devastating Ekimara creatures of horrible nastiness. Oh, you may have heard that. I was supposed to be doing it subtly, so that nobody heard me changing my headphones around because my ears are getting hot. But then again, everything's getting hot at the moment, including my laptop, which is not happy. Ah, there was a fucking Geralt in the field. There's a Geralt in the field. What are you going to do? Get fucked. That's what you're going to do when a Geralt turns up. Bugger. Now I don't know how much I want to push this. I can't remember what the Blood Moon does. I'm not really got the time to find out precisely what was it the Blood Moon was doing. It was bleeding. The unit is already bleeding. Damage it by 2 instead. Okay. So I might get lucky on the bleed, which means, but I'm pushing a lot of cards here. Okay, we'll do that. Bleed you. I might get lucky on my Blood Moon. How long does the Blood Moon last? For 5 turns. Okay, that's not too bad. Is there a way? Ah, yes, there is. Blood Moon. 3 turns left. Cool. And very nice that they thought of that. That's very impressive. Right, what we got? What are you going to do? Apparently, I'm still losing quite drastically. Shit. Shitty von Shittington.
A shame I have no time.
Oh, blasted all. Yeah, yeah, I fear he's kind of kicked the shit out of me. I don't... And that's not really got enough boost, and there's a lot of shit on the... do you know what? Have it. Have the win. I'll leave it. and try and come back stronger in the second 2 rounds, because otherwise I'm just going to burn through a load of cards, and I think the problem is I'd burn through a lot of cards and still lose. That's the primary issue. If it was a case of I thought I stood a chance of winning, I might have considered carrying on, but at this point it just felt, you know, throwing good cards after bad. Without its backup, the Plumard is useless. Fleder Plague Maiden combo might work nicely in my favour, so I think we'll finish those redrawings. Hopefully burned a lot. Well, hopefully he burned a lot of his good cards, but unfortunately we are still on even footing in terms of, you know, actual numbers. But I don't have to worry about a Geralt anymore, so that's beneficial to me. I say that theoretically, I don't have to worry about a Geralt anymore. Right, no, I don't think we want to worry about that. Not that. I think, yeah, I think at this point. No, that's not a good idea. Not a good idea at all. Unless he does some damage to the Plague Maiden, that would not be a good combo after all. So that was silly. Right. Fuck it. Let's give you some bleed early doors. I think that's the crucial issue with bleed. I think you have to do it very early because it's turn by turn basis, and if you don't do it really early doors, you're going to struggle to get it to function as much as you need it to.